When we flip open our Bibles to Romans chapter 13, it's really easy to just see another list of rules to follow, right? A moral checklist. But it is so much more than that. It's really a prophetic call. It's like a shaking of the shoulders to wake up and get dressed in the reality of who Jesus Christ is.
And this is the central alarm, right here from Romans chapter 13, verse 11. The hour has come for you to wake from sleep. Now that is not a gentle suggestion, is it? It's a declaration, it's urgent. It's the sound of an alarm clock going off in our very souls. So what exactly are we waking up to? Well, we're waking up to a completely new way of living. And this new life is governed by one single foundational principle, a debt of love.
Now, to really get how radical this command is, you've got to picture the world that Paul was writing into. The Roman Empire. It wasn't built on kindness. It was a culture of raw hierarchy and power. The whole system ran on domination and fear. Life was this constant struggle to just get ahead and stay on top.
And the contrast is just stark. The world of Rome says, climb the ladder, gain power, make a name for yourself. But Jesus says, stoop, serve, lay your life down for other people. It's a completely upside-down kingdom.
And this is the command that builds that upside-down kingdom. From Romans chapter 13, verse 8, owe no one anything except to love each other. Right here, all the power games of the empire are just overthrown by the self-giving love of Christ.
And what's so crucial to understand is that this love isn't a transaction. It's not like a bill you pay off and then you're done. No, it's a permanent debt. It's an ongoing posture we're called to live in. You never ever get to say, okay, I've loved enough. It's a continuous way of being.
Okay, so if love is the new way of life, then why the alarm clock? Why this huge sense of urgency? It's because this whole new way of living is happening inside a very specific and unique moment in history.
See, we live between two massive events. Christ has already come. That was the first dawn, the first ray of light breaking through the darkness. But we're still in the twilight, waiting for his second coming, when the sun is going to rise completely. We live in this tension of the already but not yet.
And this changes everything. You just can't keep living as if it's still the dead of night. The light is coming. Resurrection morning is right on the horizon, and our lives have to start reflecting the day that is dawning.
So, think about it. What's the first thing you do when you wake up and you know the day has started? You take off your pajamas. In the exact same way, the old clothes from our life in the dark, they just don't fit anymore.
Paul puts it so clearly in Romans chapter 13, verse 12. Let us then cast off the works of darkness. This is a clear, decisive action. We are meant to actively take off the behaviors that belong to our old life, the one we lived in the dark.
So what are these night clothes he's talking about? Well, first, Paul lists the really obvious set, things like orgies, drunkenness, sexual immorality, and sensuality. These are the things the world might just call having fun, but here, they're called the clothes of the party lifestyle.
But then there's a second outfit that also belongs to the night, and this one is much more subtle. And frankly, it's often more accepted in polite company. It's the hidden pride lifestyle, things like quarreling, jealousy, and strife. These are sins of the heart.
And this is such a critical point. Darkness doesn't just come in one style. The obvious party lifestyle and the hidden pride lifestyle, they both belong to the night, and both have to be thrown off if we're going to live in the light. But it's not enough to just take something off. We're not called to be spiritually naked, right? After we cast off the darkness, we have to put on the day. We have to get dressed in the armor of light.
Now, this idea completely reframes how we think about holiness. It isn't some heavy burden where you just try harder. It's not a self-improvement project. Holiness is armor. It is our divine protection. To try and live in the light without it is to be totally exposed and vulnerable.
So what is this armor of light? What are our new clothes for the day? Well, Paul brings us to the absolute climax of this whole passage, to the most profound instruction of all. From Romans chapter 13, verse 14, but put on the Lord Jesus Christ. This is the blazing heart of it all. Our new clothing, our armor, our identity for the day, it isn't a thing, it's a person. So what does that even mean, to put on Christ? Well, first and foremost, it means that Christ is your new identity. Who you are is no longer defined by your past or your failures or even your successes. It's defined by Him. It also means that Christ is your covering. He covers your shame, your sin, your nakedness.
When you stand before a holy God, you are hidden in Him. And because you are covered by Him, Christ is your righteousness. His perfect record becomes your legal standing before God. You're declared right, not because of anything you've done, but because of who you are wearing.
So this is the practical reality of it. Every single morning, we don't walk into the day in our own strength, just hoping to be good enough. No, we get dressed. We put on Jesus Christ. We wear Him.
And the verse ends with this incredibly practical advice, and make no provision for the flesh to gratify its desires. In other words, don't plan to fail. Don't stock the pantry for sin. So often, holiness is decided long before the moment of temptation ever arrives. Instead, we prepare to live in the light.
You see, this whole thing isn't about trying harder to be a better person. It's about waking up to a brand new reality. Christ has come. He has defeated the darkness. He's the dawn of a new creation. The morning has come. So wear the morning star.